HealthyLife.net, where positive overcomes negative.
Welcome back to Pep Talk. I'm Sharkie Zartman, and next up we have Ronnie Tsunami, our Island Happiness Tour Guide, with a mission to help people to live on island time and enjoy life every single day. Now, Ronnie is a learning solution architect with training programs in over 2,000 colleges, universities, and organizations around the world. And he's going to talk to us today about how to be happy every day Hawaiian style. So welcome, Ronnie.
Aloha.
Aloha. Now, the first question I have for you is Ronnie Tsunami, your real name?
No, it's not. Actually, it's kind of funny. I have a band called the Tsunami Wave Riders, and I go as Ronnie Tsunami.
Right.
But I actually earned the nickname Tsunami when I was in the military, and in my business life, I used to be heavily involved in technology. And I used to come in as a change management specialist and basically help restructure organizations. So they used to call me the Tsunami, and whatever was not left standing was meant to change. So, and I move fast when we come in, and so I really earned the nickname from business, and it just kind of carried over into my music life, and what I believe people have to learn how to ride tsunamis, those challenges in life that threaten to drown you. So I just kept the nickname.
Right. Well, I love it. I love it. I mean, it is definitely memorable. You remember your name, that's for sure.
Good.
Now, you developed this Island Lifestyle Development Program for overwhelmed Americans. So how did you come up with this program?
Well, traveling all around the country with my band, we are kind of like Jimmy Buffett meets Santana in Hawaii. So we do a lot of tropical-themed events. We play what we call trop rock music.
Okay.
And everywhere we went, we come across people that were stressed out. They came to our shows because they wanted to de-stress and relax. And we would mingle, of course, with the audience and end up having all these stories they would tell us about just being overwhelmed from work. A lot of people were, facing struggles being overweight and issues with the complications of being overweight. And just, overstressed, overworked, and overweight kept becoming a recurring theme. But they were all there for our shows to de-stress, relax. And they would often say, thank you so much for taking me to the islands. We could be in the middle of Ohio or, in the middle of winter in Pittsburgh or in Gettysburg. I remember at college being there in the middle of winter, and people were saying, thank you so much for taking us to the islands. I think it lowered my blood pressure just by listening to your music. So I got the idea of building a program that helped people to de-stress and relax by taking to the islands while sharing information that was very useful, that helped them to face those issues of being overworked, overstressed, and overweight. And because if you go to a lot of seminars today, especially health seminars, sometimes it's very clinical, right? You go in and you sit down in a seat and you've got maybe a chalkboard or a whiteboard or a projector, and it's still very clinical and study-like. And I said, you know what? I'd like to put together workshops and seminars and a program that help people de-stress and relax while they're in the seminar about de-stressing and relaxing. So we developed this whole island tropical-themed program and workshop with island music, island dancers, hula dancers there, and a luau, and really having a whole tropical-themed workshop about learning how to de-stress and relax.
Now, do you put on these workshops all around the world?
Yeah, we mostly in the U.S., from California to New York to, and sometimes resorts are very popular, right? Because you can go to the workshop and practice much of what we teach when the workshop seminars and take it as a vacation with the family. But to be honest with you, I really enjoy those where we do workshops in the middle of winter.
Oh, yeah.
It's because that's really where people need to learn how to de-stress and relax when you're potentially facing those winter blues, right? And it's cold and you really don't want to do anything. Well, how do you bring the islands, or how do you de-stress and relax and take yourself away when it's 20 degrees outside or worse when you're, in colder states? So those are the places we like to go when it's absolutely freezing, and we can make them feel like, you know what, I'm actually pretty comfortable and relaxed right now, where I feel like I can face those problems because I have a clearer mind.
Right. Now, you talk about island time, and I've been to the islands a few times, and everything does really seem to move slower there. So what is it about island time?
Well, it's really about priorities. Think about it.
All right.
When you're on an island, you can only do so much, right? You're on an island. Some people get island fever because they want to do more.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you have your water, you have your palm trees if you're on an island like Hawaii. But regardless of where you are, your priority becomes about spending time with family and enjoying your surroundings, as opposed to trying to attain more, because there's only so much you can attain on an island. Whereas in the mainland, I notice people want to attain more. There's always a drive to attain more, which means that people want to spend more time doing work, for instance, because attainment means earning more money, maybe status, right? So there's a lot more drive to do more, to attain more as the mission in life. That's your priority. Whereas in the islands, the priority is, okay, I'm here, so I might as well enjoy it. And so there's less focus on attaining something more and driving. Don't get me wrong, not about hard work. We appreciate hard work, but at the same time, our priority is less on the drive to attain something and more on enjoying your family and your life where you are right now.
Right. And, sometimes some people, from the mainland, when they go to the islands, it takes them a while to relax. I mean, it really does.
You go on to that vacation, and it takes you a week just to get into the groove.
I know, and then you have to come back home.
And so, that's a common, recommendation, is to take 2 weeks, right? The first week it's going to take you at least 3 days to get into the climate and to let go of that feeling like you're supposed to be doing something work-related. And then you can spend the rest of the time enjoying what you're there for in terms of whatever location you are, and enjoying the activities, enjoying the people, enjoying the culture. And we always recommend 2 weeks. And it's funny, when you take a look at European countries or other countries other than the U.S., Europeans, for instance, take almost, for every 5 years of work, the Europeans take a year longer in vacation time than the U.S.
Yeah, that's not fair.
And when you throw that stat, we say, we're taking a vacation, but we take 3 days here or a few days here. And
exactly.
Yet, what's the cost? And really, at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, what did it do for me by not taking this vacation? What was the benefit for me and my family?
Right. Well, Ronnie, we're going to take a short little break here, and when we come back, now for those of us that cannot, go to your workshops, you have some tips, 7 ways to release your inner tiki to reduce stress. And when we come back, we're going to find out what some of those steps are. Okay?
You got it.
Okay, you got it. We'll be right back with Ronnie after this.
With a little shark sense, you can improve your life. Shark Sense, a new book by Sharkie Zartman, is a book that can teach you survival instincts. It pumps you up to live your life fully regardless of what life dishes out. Shark Sense, a fast read with tested principles right from the shark's survival traits. You can do anything. Tap into your inner shark and get your copy of Shark Sense right now. Available at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and at sharksense.org.
One of the best things about the technology available today is being able to listen to HealthyLife.net on the go or while I'm at work. Typically, headphones or earphones are required, and let's face it, sometimes they break or get worn out or lost. To find my latest solution to this, I found the Earphone Solutions website while browsing the HealthyLife.net advertiser page. There are plenty of options from basic inexpensive on-the-go earphones to studio-quality headphones for when I really have time to enjoy everything from rock to Bach. Earphone Solutions on the HealthyLife.net advertiser page. If you like to spend your television viewing time learning about some of the things that you may have missed in history class, or if history was your favorite subject, then you should check out the link to the History Channel on the HealthyLife.net advertiser page. Order DVD sets by series or by subject matter right from our homepage while you still enjoy your favorite HealthyLife.net show.
To be a good father is the most important job in a man's life, but it doesn't have to be hard. Play catch, go to a park or visit a zoo. Help your child with their homework. Sit down together for dinner. Ask them how their day was. Things get busy, and sometimes we all fall short. But the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Learn more at 1-877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council. You're listening to HealthyLife.net. Millions of listeners know the secret. Now you do too. Positive talk 24 hours a day, every day.
We're back with more Pep Talk. I'm here with Ronnie Tsunami, our Island Happiness Tour guide, and he is going to give us 7 ways to release our inner tiki to reduce stress. Now, I really want to release my inner tiki, Ronnie, so give us some of those steps.
Well, there are really 7 topics, if you will, 7 ways to release your inner tiki, and the first way is to chart your course first.
Okay.
It's amazing at how many people, when looking at their life, really don't have a plan to attack their mission, to accomplish their mission. And some people don't even know what their mission in life is.
Right.
And what happens is a lot of people are stressed out because they don't have a plan. I mean, how many times have you gone to a location and had no map, and you were trying to find a house or a business, and you had no map, and you figure, well, it's somewhere in this direction. I figure I'll figure it out. Maybe there's some signs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you don't go without a map, you end up being more stressed. I think there's a technology now called GPS, and I don't know about you, but if I could marry my GPS, I would. And I call her Maggie, right?
You have a name.
And my wife makes fun of me because she, for the longest time, kept saying, "Why do we need that? We can use MapQuest, or we can print out things ahead of time." And I said, "We really don't get time." I said, "I like it on the fly." Well, the benefit is when we got it, she saw how much stress emptied my body.
Okay.
Literally, I was visibly not worried about where we went. If we passed an exit, guess what?
Recalculating.
Right? And it helped me do that. And coming from Hawaii, if you're in Hawaii, if you get lost, you hit the water, you turn around.
Right.
I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. If I miss an exit, I could end up in Georgia, Tennessee, and in West Virginia. So the benefit of having a GPS and having a map automatically de-stresses you. So that's the first thing, charting your course. And you can create a treasure map, and there's a number of ways to identify what your mission in life is. And that changes, so you can adjust that. But it's good to have a map so you know what to adjust.
All right? Okay.
The second thing is, developing clarity and focus. So I call this hammock time. I don't know about you, but
hammock time. I like that.
Time. Yeah. And when you develop clarity and focus, it helps you to focus on those goals that you mapped out when you were charting your course. So whether it's learning relaxation techniques, taking yoga, or just understanding how to meditate, getting away and having that time, an hour a day or half an hour a day, depending on how busy your family life is, and being in a place that you can go ahead, close your eyes, and literally relax and de-stress, and understanding what triggers your mind into a relaxation state. For instance, some people like to think of the beach, right? And they like to play water. There's so many things you can do now. You can look up relaxation CDs where they're playing ocean waves or, a bubbling creek, something to relax you. And you play that for half an hour, and then you're in, again, it helps to reset you and your mind, so you can focus and clear your mind. Some people like to listen to music and relax. I recommend something relaxing as opposed to, a fast-paced music beat. But again, whatever helps you to focus and clear your mind. The third thing that you want to do is really stay fit and eating healthy. And because to be happy, releasing your inner tiki, you can't do that if you're really facing a lot of medical issues, right?
Exactly, yes.
And we say if you set your goals and then you clear your mind so you can focus on your goals, well, often the body follows the mind. So in step 3, you're becoming a lifeguard. You're becoming fit and eating healthy. And if you add that to your goals and you focus on those goals, you can really create a plan for staying fit and eating healthy. And that could be anything from, learning nutritional recommendations based on your specific goals, physical exercise programs. And it's funny how many people don't eat well and then complain why they can't focus.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of it depends on you staying healthy. The 4th step is once you're healthy, you can do things. So if you can do things, now you've got to figure out what you enjoy. I mean, how many times have you been to a location where someone says, you ask them, in a new city, right? We travel to cities all around the country. And I said, what do you do here in Columbia, South Carolina? What do you do here in Knoxville, Tennessee? And so many people will come up to you and they say, I have no idea. And I'm like, really? You're from here, right? Yep, been here all my life. And I'm like, okay. What do you enjoy doing? What are the activities? Do you raft? I mean, well, I have no idea, right? And a lot of people don't know what they enjoy. So think about it. If you have goals, if your mind is clear, and you're now healthy, what would you do to have fun? So you have to identify those activities that you want and explore activities that you may not really know much about but may have a slight interest in, and develop an action plan of what activities you want to do, how much it's going to cost, and then go ahead and start planning and setting the time to do those activities.
Okay, love that.
Now, once you know what you enjoy, once you identify what you enjoy, again, you have a clear mind, healthy body, got your goals straight, it's easier to build relationships. So go ahead. The 5th step in being happy is building positive relationships. And how many times have you met somebody that really didn't have goals in place, or really seemed kind of out of focus, maybe foggy a lot of days, or wasn't healthy enough, and didn't know what they enjoyed, or couldn't do things because they enjoyed? If you follow the 4 other steps, it's much easier to build positive relationships. There's a thing we say in Hawaii called aloha. And when you ask someone about aloha, they think that aloha means hello and goodbye, or love. And it does. But the literal translation of aloha, alo means to share, ha means the breath of life.
Oh.
So to say aloha to someone means to joyfully share the breath of life. I want to joyfully share the breath of life with you. And spending time with you. That's about building positive relationships. So once you build those positive relationships, now simplify your life. Okay, and I don't know about you, but I'm not exactly the most, how should we say, neat person in the world.
Oh, I'm not either.
I'm a relatively cluttered person. I have music gear all over the place. And the fact is that we have to learn how to simplify my life.
Okay.
Island living. Think about it this way. Island living is a very simple life. And think about going on vacation. When you go on vacation, one of the great things I like about going on vacation is going into a hotel room and my stuff is not there.
Yeah.
I don't have the clutter. I mean, it's relatively clean, right?
It feels good.
Right, it feels
It
good.
feels good.
Right, think about it. Think about what makes you happy when you step into a hotel room. When you sit there and you're like, oh my gosh, it's a simpler life. You've decluttered.
Yeah.
You have to, there's a number of techniques you can do to simplify your life. And decluttering techniques, both for the mind and your home or work. And what you want to do is complete a checklist. Well, what's cluttering your mind and your home, and what's important to you.
All right.
And create a plan. And then the last thing is 7, you want to manage your time effectively. Once you do the other 6 steps, you really want more time. As we say, are you trading time for money? Because if you are, well, guess what? I hope it's worth, whatever you're doing to make money, I hope it's worth the time you're giving up.
Okay.
And so you have to learn to manage it. And there's a number of time management techniques, but you have to take the time to learn the time management techniques, and I call it tiki time. So if you think of tiki time, what will help you to manage your time and your activities that you now want to do to manage those goals, to accomplish those goals that you want to do how much time do you need to map that out.
Okay, well, you know what? Speaking of time, we're just about out of time, right? So give us your website again, and, you know, I mean, I want to go to one of your workshops. Okay, what's the website?
www.rideanywave.com, and again, we want you to ride any wave that comes at you, no matter how big it is. We believe everyone can do it.
And you have the services and contact information on your website, right?
All our services, our workshops, we have some health products as well, things to help you, to put you in the right direction. And we do private consulting as well to help people to de-stress and relax.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ronnie. You know, just great information, and we are ready to release our inner tikis. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sharkie.
Okay, we'll be back after this.
With a little shark sense, you can improve your life. Shark Sense, a new book by Sharkie Zartman, is a book that can teach you survival instincts. It pumps you up to live your life fully regardless of what life dishes out. Shark Sense, a fast read with tested principles right from the shark survival traits. You can do anything. Tap into your inner shark and get your copy of Shark Sense right now. Available at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and at sharksense.org.
With so many wonderful authors appearing as guests on HealthyLife.net, you can easily support their work by browsing the Barnes & Noble link on our advertiser page. Browse for books, or even an ebook, DVDs, movies, music, games, gift cards, and more. Find the Barnes & Noble link on the HealthyLife.net advertiser page.
If you're like the 8 out of 10 women that say finding jeans that fit is a problem, well, your problem is solved. Lee Jeans has done extensive research, and they have jeans that fit. There's even an online Lee Fit Finder so you can find the right fit for you. Imagine jeans that instantly slim you with a custom fit and no gap waistband. And guys, kids, Lee has jeans for you too. Click through to Lee's Jeans on the HealthyLife.net advertiser page and get what fits.
Vistaprint. I'm sure you've heard the name. Over 17 million small businesses and consumers have used Vistaprint for printed products, ranging from business cards and brochures to invitations and thank you cards. Why? Because Vistaprint has the lowest price guarantee, and you can design your products with templates or upload your design. And they have free products. 3-day rush service and satisfaction is always guaranteed. Try Vistaprint. Just go to the HealthyLife.net advertiser page and click on the Vistaprint logo. Pep it up with positive energy power right here on HealthyLife.net.
Thanks so much for joining us today on Pep Talk, and to our dynamic guests, Veronica Gray and Ronnie Tsunami. So check out their websites and learn the secrets of eternal youth and how to be happy Hawaiian style. Until next time, I'm Sharkie Zartman, and here's to your inner shark.